Hello, this is Louise Reynolds from Property Venture, enriching lives through European property investment. Now today I want to talk to you about three things, if you can see the things, three things about investing in property. Now firstly, here in the UK, we have just come through the recent autumn statement by Philip Hammond, Chancellor of the Exchequer, who has announced lots of investment in house building, new houses, and in terms of infrastructure. So whilst that's great news and addresses some of the supply issues here in the UK, given there's a shortage of housing, that in itself is not going to completely satisfy demand. So there is still going to be greater demand than supply. Makes the UK a great place to invest if you are a property investor and wanting to get into residential buy-to-let. So the demand still outstrips supply. The second thing I want to talk to you about is the tax situation. Now, around about 1.75 million landlords in the UK were hoping that some of the tax changes that George Osborne brought in when he was Chancellor of the Exchequer, namely residential buy-to-let tax release being withdrawn on mortgage interest relief and the 3% stamp duty surcharge, amongst some of the other changes, they endure and still stay. So the residential sector is still subject to those tax changes, much to the consternation of many investors. So the third thing that I want to talk about is ways in which you can overcome some of those tax changes and build your portfolio in a way that is more tax efficient, and for you to also really think about other sectors apart from residential buy-to-let. So for example, commercial is an interesting sector which isn't subjected to those same tax changes as the residential sector. So for example, the stamp duty surcharge. One particular example would be PBSA, purpose-built student accommodation, and they deliver great yields if you're buying in the right location and in the right investment. So please do get in contact to find out a little bit more about some of those alternative investments. Or of course you might want to consider buying abroad if you're investing in a residential market in one of the mainstream countries in the EU, like Germany, in Berlin in Germany for example, or Warsaw or Krakow in Poland. There you would not be subject to the 3% stamp duty surcharge. So if you'd like to get in contact, concerned about your situation as an investor and what you can do to improve the profitability of your portfolio, or want to explore other options as to how you might invest, please do get in contact. Louise Reynolds, Property Venture. Thanks.